Mag-aaral tayo. Ayan, madaming tips and lessons, piano lessons online. Ang dami-dami. And ang isa sa pinakasikat ay Simply Piano. Sa they present their studies simple. They said it's simple. End of the day, it is not that simple. Hindi talaga ganun kasimple. Yeah. Nung nag-aaral pa ako, ang unang mahirap gawin, yung posisyon ng kamay sa piano and yung pag-hammer sa key with a finger hammering. Sabi nila, pero hindi ganun kadali. Ito pa lang yung mga exercise na binibigyan nila. So, magsimula akong magpiano. Hammering each key by individual fingers. Yan, medyo simple, madali siyang pagsabayan kapag contrasting movement kasi parehas na takbo ng finger from thumb to your baby finger to your pinky. So pero kapag yung ito nagsabay pinky and thumb going up, medyo mahirap. So ang unang-unang dapat natin matutunan sa pagbasa sa keyboard, as you hit the key by hammering the key, yung action ng ating mga fingers, kinakailangan magkaroon siya ng muscle memory. Yun yung wala siyang muscle memory, stiff yung finger. Parang, paano ba? Nagiging stiff yung finger sa keyboard. Sometimes really very difficult para siya gawin. Experience siya natin. Simulang mag-piano. Hanggat wala pa siyang muscle memory, talagang yung mga fingers natin ay stiffy. It's very difficult to hammer the key by individual fingers. and become independent. Paano siya magiging independent? Tapos magkakaroon ng mga double notes, ganyan. Sabayin mo siya. May mga play ka ng mga double notes, hihit mo yung key ng double or tatlo. Against 2. So, minsan mahirap siya talagang pagsabayan. And then, sunod niyan, dapat matutunan natin mag-position ang ating kamay sa different key. So, practice ay 5 tones. Nahihirapan isang kamay lang muna, right hand lang muna. Tapos patakbuhin kahit saan. All white. Kahit saan lang. Basta all white. Bakit hindi siya sunod-sunod? Pwede naman sunod-sunod. Pero ito, medyo pag sunod-sunod siya medyo boring eh. So, you go anywhere else. At saka para matutunan na rin natin yung lumipat sa kahit nasa starting note. You don't have to know the note yet, but sanay lang natin yung fingers natin na humahammer sa keyboard anywhere else. Maganda ganito is slow eh. Pagka slow, mas mabilis ma-build ang muscle memory. Kaysa bibilis ang pattern natin. Sa mga studies na katulad nito, napansin ko sa pag-aaral ko, slow is fast. Take it slowly and you'll learn it quickly. Parang mali yata yung principle na parang di totoo. Pero in the long run, ang mabagal na pag-iensayo na ito ang siyang mabilis makabuild ng muscle memory. And talagang natutunan natin natutunan ng ating finger na mag-hammer independently on the keyboard. And take it slowly. Okay, napapansin nyo, kahit saan lang pumatak yung aking thumb. When I started with 5 tones, going up, going down. And take it slowly. Siya lang pumalaki yung tama. Very slow. Ganyan ko natutunan. Sabi ng aking guro, slowly. Play it slow. Listen to your sound. How does it sound? bumagsak yung thumb. Alright, and then pwede natin pagsabayan. Kahit saan lang. Pwede magkaiba. Pwede kahit saan. So, kahit saan lang. Kahit saan lang daw pwede. And then practice double note daw. So, practice double note. 1 and 5. Yan, wrist na yung nagpapalo. By the wrist na. Practice double notes. Combination of 1 and 3. Practice slowly. Combination 2 and 4. Combination 3 and 5. exercises. Remember the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Starting from the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, exercises. Yeah. Para hindi nakakasawa. Hirap mag-build ng independence ng fingers. Hindi ganun kasimple. To take time. Practice. Yung araw may exercise na ganito. Which is Oh, my food. Oh, welcome to my channel, bro. I didn't know. Welcome to my channel. I'm just reviewing my studies back in when I was starting my piano lesson. They're telling me some tips how you learn your piano, playing piano. Yeah. So right now we have lots of tips and lots of people teaching in YouTube online. Yeah. And they said it's easy. It's simple. And they said it's easy. Yeah, just follow the lesson and there you go. So it's gonna be simple as that. Mike, welcome. Welcome. Welcome to all of you who gets into this channel. Thank you very much for coming. It's just a review of my studies when I started playing piano. And one of the most difficult part is building up your muscle memories, like muscle memory of your fingers. So I started playing like this. And I took this for granted when I was having my piano lesson. So, what is this? It's kind of boring. Yeah, but this is just part of exercises for anyone who would like to learn piano. Yeah. This is gonna be finger independency. Yeah, it's building up your muscle memory to help your finger to move as independent as it can. Yeah, sabi ng aking guro, my teacher told me, practice slowly because this is how you learn your music in piano. Slowly. As I said, slow is fast. When you play it slowly, you'll learn it quickly. You build your muscles quickly. And your finger will become more independent doing that. So play slowly. That time I will just listen when I'm taking lesson, but in my own personal practice, no, I'm not doing it. So the next time that I go to my lesson class, my teacher already knew that I'm not following her instruction. Play it slowly. Slow is fast. it slow, you'll learn it quickly. And said move it anywhere else on the keyboard, just the white key, anywhere. Need that to be the same. Need not to be the same. Just play it anywhere else. The purpose is only to build your skill, your finger independency on the keyboard. Yeah. So when I began studying piano, I took for granted all of this. So I didn't really learn. Poor student. I didn't learn it quickly like other students. Yeah, it's a little bit boring to do all of this kind of exercises. But if you're serious with your pursuit of piano playing, then I think this will benefit you. Yeah, beneficial naman to. Thank you very much, Mike. And I cannot read your hush my fu ong. Thank you. Yeah, taken for granted all of those exercises that they taught me. And she said, okay, learn this alternate playing from your thumb. So you're numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, numbering your fingers as from your thumb 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she said she'll say the number and I will play. And said alternate finger exercise like 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5. So it said slowly. My tendency is always to go faster. So play slowly. And I really don't understand why it needs to be that slow. So I'm taking it for granted because of that. But she always explains that play slow. This type of learning is slow but fast. Say, how come it is slow? And then you said I'll learn it fast. And then after maybe around 1 or 2 years, I understand. I understand what she meant. So, because it is that kind of technique can build your muscle memory quickly than playing like this. You'll lose your muscle memory right away. when you play it. Yeah, yeah. So what she told me is build your muscle memory first, your finger independency. Hammer each key individually. And then after that, then when it will automatically go faster as you practice more until until you are now playing without really thinking. Pre-playing, your fingers are now playing with a less command from your head. It became automatic, became normal, became then automatically will go, and you can go as fast as you can because your finger are going to have that kind of memory. You'll learn it. You'll learn it. Ayun. Let's try something like 5-note melody. And she told me let's try a 5-note melody, and she showed me the music and then told me about the pattern of the music that I saw in my music. And said it's something like this. I don't know if you have this kind of book. Mhm. French fortune, French fortune. Uh, and then she told me how to position my fingers. This is 5 notes in G, and you have 5 notes or 6 for this French song. And said play your note twice, and she numbered the notes. Like doesn't need to know the notes, doesn't need to really knew the note. Just put the finger numbers on the note and play it. So explaining like I got extension on this one. This is my already my I think second lesson or third lesson. I think she asked me to play this one. She said extend your finger to the 6. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So extending to the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So and she guide me with the numbers of the notations. Don't have to know the note. Just follow the numbers. All right. Your finger number 4 had to skip on the had to take the position of the fifth finger. Chase it to finger number 4 and said okay. And there are repeated notes twice, like twinkle twinkle. And they're kind of a shifting there. So that one is a bit complicated already. Uh, I just don't remember what she gave me when I took my first lesson though. But yeah, it can be a guide. Skip to the pip note. Take it by finger number 4. And then continue. Now this one is got to change to 3. So you can go like there. But figuring it out like anyone who played this, they always goes back to instead of instead of playing the instead of playing the 4, they play like 1 1 4 4 5 5, and then you go right there, and then 5 again. Too much 5 there. Anyway, it depends. But then she taught me about the shifting of the fingers, and that helps a lot. That helps a lot when you shift your fingers in your scale system. So let's try let's try this one. Really? Change finger. Oh yeah. Change finger on this. And then just all right. And then same thing. You just repeat. Change finger again. Always this is taken by second finger. You change it to number 3 as you move down. Okay, scaling downward, and you'll be able to play this folk tune if you are guided by the numbers of your fingers. Even if you didn't know the note, even if you don't know how to read the note, all you have to do is to be guided and put numbers on your piece of music. Uh, just for you to this is not how you really study your music, but only for you to take some kind of melody as simple as you can as it can, because end of the day, when you read your music, you will understand that it is positioned in on your piece of music, and it should be assigned on your accessibility of your fingers. Only have 5 fingers, so if you are having some kind of extension, you have to jump a little farther. So she said, okay, I will number this. In the meantime, you don't have to read the note, just follow the number. Oh wow, that's a smart smart technique, right? And then later on, she named all the notes, and then I read all the notes by each name while playing, and that's how I learn reading music notation. Is that okay? That's a G. That's a D. That's an E. Go back to your D. Going down. C. B. Change finger. A. G. and that's how I learn reading the notation. But at first, um, she said you don't have to know the name of the notes yet this time. And then when I learned to play it, then she introduced me. Do you know what are those notes that you played? And then there you go. As I related to the keyboard though, and the notes and the keyboard. So in relation with that, I was able to read my music by uh, relating the notes that I'm playing on the music sheet to the keyboard. So I already know the name of my notation on the keyboard: C D E F G A B C D E F G A B C. So I already knew that, but I didn't know how to relate um, my music notation to the keyboard. So the first approach that she did is, okay, you play this first. She numbered my notation and said, don't worry about naming your notes yet. Just follow the numbers. Wow, that's smart. That's smart one. And then after being able to play the music, then she wrote she named the notes, and I was guided with the note names, and said, okay, what is this note? I said, so as I play G, said, okay, all right, G. What's this? That's D. All right, D. Okay, and that's how I learned to relate the music notation and the keyboard. That's how you start learning to play um, written music on the keyboard, on the piano. You have to first um, learn your note names on your keyboard. So it's as simple as this. You have the two black tones and three black tones combination all the way. So you got two, three, two, three, two, three, two, three black tones. You got that pattern on our piano. So two black tones, three black tones, two black tones, three black tones, two black tones, three black tones, and then all of that in between that's are all the white keys. And with that, you got to be able to name your keyboard like two black tones, three black tones. This is your C. So all of your notes before the two black tones are your C note. And the things about music is that they only have 7-letter names. Right? 7-letter names. You got A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's it. 7-letter names. But my teacher joke on me like, we only have 7-letter names on our music, but um, you will be taking at least 7 years to learn it. 7 years, 1 year each letter. Oh wow! I thought it's just a joke, but it's not. It's really an endless pursuit. Like lots of students are really spending years to learn how to play piano. And it's not a joke. It's real. Okay, because with all of these 7 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The next note is just the same letter. So you start Alphabet starts in A, but in piano you start on C as you learn your. They said most of the beginner music is start with this playing music in C. Reason behind that is because in relation to our music sheet, um, C is somewhat like mm, clean, no sharps, no flats, no nothing, no. So most of our beginner book on piano starts in studies on C. Anyways, so you start in C, two black tones. Before that is your C, and you start your naming C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. It goes on and on and on. All right. And then after knowing that, then you will be able to relate whatever is in your music sheet to your piano. All right. So it will come out easy if you knew a familiar song that you can play on your keyboard, and then your teacher can show you a notation on your music sheet, and then you can name whatever the note is there. Uh, that's a good start. That's a good start to um, study your music. All right. Start with your simple one. Simple, simple music. So this one is in C, and they call it variation. Okay, a variation studies of the twinkle twinkle. It is a technique from Suzuki. Suzuki. I don't know why it start like it start with S. It already start with lots of 16 notes. And when you do that, you have to learn first your note values and rhythm. So uh, we'll not go for that one yet. Let's take another. Let's take another song. Simple melody. Maybe this one. A Surprise Symphony of Joseph Haydn. Again, it's almost the same as that Twinkle Twinkle though. But this one is, yeah. Mm. Yeah, in order for us to play this one, we have to work on note reading. So first is you have to need to identify the notes. So we are in C right here. And we'll go skipping. All right. then from here we got a skipping downward. Skipping up. Skipping down. So skip your note. Skipping downward. So if you can see it on your keyboard and you can follow, then it will become easier for you to work on that. Now we learn how to skip on the key. Skip down. Just skip. Going up and a skip. Now this one is difficult. Yeah, that one is difficult. So you jump to your 8th note. And then instead of playing this, you got to go short. Yeah. This one is a bit challenging. Yeah. How could you say it's simply piano or simple? We don't know how to do. So, how are we going to learn this easier? Okay, first is you start in C and you go skip. So, and you double the note. You play it by 8 note. 8 note each. That one is a quarter note. And then from here, you skip down. So, how will you do that? You can play like this. Skip down. And you can just go skip right there. And then the next one, you got to skip it up again. But this time you got to jump to your octave. And instead of playing this one, you got to go to your F sharp there. Instead of this, you play that F sharp. So that's the second ending. We got the first phrase. Skip from here. And then you repeat again the motive. So that's the theme. Now this time you jump to the octave. And then you go to this F sharp. So you go. And then you're going to repeat that twice. Yeah, so it's not really that easy. So there are some easy piece of music. There are some difficult piece of music. And yeah, should be able to learn it. If you want to learn piano, it take time. Take time. I told you. takes time to learn music, to learn your piano. All right. Um, we have this music. Mhm. Yeah. So when I first take my piano lesson, I said, it's very discouraging. How can I learn this? How can I learn to play piano? So introduced me to a lot of discouraging reading of music notations. But one of the most important thing in my first lesson is the hammering of the keyboard. That's how I start. Doesn't matter if you won't be able to play your piece of music. I just want to show you that it is not that easy, really. Maybe someone will told you, yeah, it's easy. You just go like this. No, it's not. You have to build your memory purse, muscle memory purse of your fingers before you be able to really play a piece of music. So um, this is how I started, and believe me, it's boring. It's a kind of a boring studies, but this is how you can really start your music, your playing piano. It is a very slow process, but in the long run, when your fingers get used to it, yeah, in the long run, it will really help us. It helps me a lot. It helps. Believe me, it will help you. Yeah. Boring, no? Boring. I just want to get bored with this. But if you would like to really learn how to play piano, start with this kind of exercises just to help yourself to have your muscle memory first. Especially young kids. Yeah. All right. Okay. See the simple music, 5 notes, and you start with this kind of exercises when you start your music. So it's just your 5 notes right there. So say play it steadily and slowly. And then you go start from the top. And then you'll play your three notes there. Yeah. Yes, para lang di ka ma-bored. Breaking the boredom of your studies. And then you got three notes. That's it. That's three notes. And then you go. And then you go contrast. Starting from both top, three notes. And then you go contrast, starting from the top. There you go. Three notes again. Then you start from the top and contrasting movement. Yeah, contrasting movement. Let's take the three notes at the top and go like contrast with your three notes on the left. All right, starting from your pinky. And then you go straight contrast of five notes. So three notes. And then contrast. And then play your three note chord. There. Start that exercises. And then you go. Yeah. And there's a lot. There's a lot with this practice to make your finger more independent and firm on the keyboard. So lots of suggestions. Like you have this, five notes together, parallel movement going up, and then Z, do this two notes, skip. Skip 5-3, 1-3 together in parallel movement. Yeah. Right. So go. So go. Five notes and then skip. Okay. And then you put them together. Go slowly. And then you go 3 times. There you go. Sometimes we get bored. This is somewhat like a boring exercises for your fingers, but this will help a lot just to first establish our uh, muscle memory of our fingers, and then teaching our fingers to play independently on the keyboard. um, yeah, so simple, I think it is simple, but it is not really that easy. So if you will ask me, how long will it take for me to learn how to play piano? It depends. It depends on the students. It depends on how you. Uh, it depends on how you take your lessons, or and it depends on how you practice, and it depends on how you follow the instruction on your studies. It is simple, but it is not really that easy. Okay, so I don't want to give you false hope and get frustrated in the long run. So I play some piece of music there, even that twinkle twinkle. It is not really that will come out that easy that quickly if you don't have a proper, a understanding and foundation on how your fingers will move on the keyboard. So take time. Uh, your first lesson will somewhat like bored you, but uh, take it from there. Follow the instruction. Just play it slowly. All these exercises that we are reading from the book and playing on the piano. I told you, even if you don't read notes, you just place your fingers on the keyboard, anywhere else on the keyboard. Place your five finger one, note it, and hit the key like you're hitting a hammer. So you got hammer extension like that, but this time your hammer is your fingers. Yeah, this is your hammer. So you hammer your key like this, as if you are hammering, something. But instead of having an extended hammer, like your finger is your hammer. Your fingers are your hammer. Like, and play it slowly. Even this exercises. Don't go. Don't go like that right away. You will lose your finger memory right away there, and maybe you'll be able to play, but your music will become really muddy. Okay, this one secures your firm fingertips. You hammer your keyboard slowly, and then you got the three note there. The three notes from the thumb. Okay, you roll over the three notes. It depends whether if you are going to play more. It's okay with the three notes. It's okay. You can extend it as long as you want. But the thing is, the discipline is to really play it slowly. Feel the key. Even if it takes you 100 times, just feel the key and play it slowly. Alright? You can do that. You can do that. Now you start with your pinky. Play the three notes. As long as you want. And play it as slow as you can. As you can feel your finger became more familiar, and you're feeling most important thing here is to build your muscle memories. Boring, eh? Boring. But that's how you can start better. Now play it slowly. Now this one you got this skipping. Okay? Thumb and third, three and fifth finger. And you play it together. So go. As long as you want. Doesn't matter. What is important here is not the note. What is important here is the, that one. Your muscle memory there. That's what's important here. Then you can go like how many? Depends. Then 100 times if you want. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. As long as you take it as as free as you can. You have to set free your fingers on the keyboard. If that is stiff, like you're playing like this and your fingers are becoming stiffy, that means you're not ready. So you have to play it slow until you feel that your fingers on the keyboard are no longer stiff. You got to set free your fingers moving on the keyboard. Set them free. If that is stiff, then you're not ready. If you're playing this, like this, stiffy finger, you're not ready. That's how you can gauge yourself. If you are ready already to play uh, your keyboard, right? Versus you need to feel that your fingers are having freedom playing on the key. Yeah, when you felt that and you think and you feel that your fingers are ready to jump around the key on your piano, then that's when you can really play your music. All right, that's how it is, that's how it works. Okay. And then you can you can take a simple melody on simple melody that you can choose from a book that you somewhat like a beginner book. All right, and then try to analyze your music before you play, and then you'll be ready. uh, if you can see your music and analyze your music, then you'll be ready playing your music. um, all right. because some of the studies is that you have to learn how to value your notations. So it's like this: you get a book like this, and will tell you the value of your notation. Right? Okay. It tells you about your note value, your whole note against half note, your quarter note, your eighth note, your 16, your 30 seconds, and so on. So right here, um, first studies is to value your notes in a common time value, which is a 4 bits value. It's a common time value. Your whole note is equivalent to 4 bits, and then you get your half note. When you divide that, you got 2 bits. It's half note is gonna be 2 bits, and then you get a quarter, which is a the bit note, the note that gets 1 bit. Okay, so the quarter, and then the eighth note. Um, that means that you will have 2 notes in a bit, and then followed by the 60 note, you will have 4 notes in a bit. So be able to do that is to start with your quarter note and take the bit. So if your bit is the quarter note, you go like 1, 2, 4, 2, 3, 4. If that is your set time on the beat of 4, right? If you put 2 notes on the beat, you will go 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 1 and 2. So 2 notes on the beats. But if you will go like uh, a note of 2 bits with a half note, the value is twice. So you got 1, 2. You stay in the note for 2 counts. 1, 2, 1, 2, and you got the whole note. You got to go 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, welcome, RHMZ. RHMZ. Very, very Bullock. RHMZ. Welcome, welcome, guys. Thank you for. Oops. All right, all right. Thank you, guys. Just having this time of a boring studies for beginner. This is how I start my piano. I got bored. I got bored learning my music. So yeah, after those exercises on the key is this time is to learn how to uh, play with the note values. So when you're reading notes, you get to know the note value of your notation. That's how you start understanding the rhythm of your music, understanding time, the tempo, and the rhythm of your music. You start with the note value. So the way to start is start with a very common note values, which is a quarter value like common meter like 4/4, like that. Common meter. So start with the whole note as 4 counts, the half note as 2 counts, the quarter note as 1 count, which is your beat note. So the way I learn it better is that I started with a quarter note. Started with a quarter note and counted like 1, 2, and set my time right there. It's a kind of boring thing. It's just playing your notation and playing exactly consistently in your beat of 4. All right. So when you hit your half note, you got to stay on the note for 2 beats. You go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then when you hit your whole note, you gotta stay on your beat for 4 counts. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Stay on the note for 4 counts. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And that's how I understand better my note value according to time tempo until I understand basic rhythm. So when you get familiar with the beat and you saw in your piece of music like, oh, the eighth note, how do I play the eighth note? So you go like playing 2 notes in this note value. So you go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So this is your beat. 2, 3, 4. Now you will double the note. So you got in this beat 2 notes per beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And to do it exactly on time, right, and divide it equally, my teacher said put or say end for each second part of the note. So you go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and tedious, eh? Tedious. Okay, and then approaching the 16th note, you got 4 notes in 1 beat or 1 count. So you got 1. You will divide this, or you have to equally put 4 notes in this bit. So and then what what my teacher do is that she is going to point out she's got written notes like whole note, half note, quarter note, and eighth note, and she will point out to her the note is which note is I'm going to play. So in point to the quarter, I go like this. When you put to the eighth note, quarter, hop, two, quarter, whole note, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a kind of a boring and tedious study about rhythm, but that's how you that's how we start um, rhythmic study, or studying rhythm. You got to understand time, tempo, and rhythm, right? Before you'll be able to really uh, read your music and play your music properly. So you say it's simple. It's simply piano. Simple but not easy. Yeah, that's what I would like you to know. And maybe uh, you are hooked into an understanding that this kind of studies on the key is just as simple as that, but not really. Not really. Take time. Take time. So, uh, uh, I don't know. And then with that, uh, I was introduced to this kind of studies of rhythm, the Suzuki Method, and this is this kind of study of rhythm, and it goes like start with the practice of the 16 notes, right? 16 notes against 8. Practicing the first bar thoroughly of the 16 note combination and 8 note. So you got this 16 note. If this is your beat, you got to have 4 notes in a row for each beat, and then it is combined with the 8 notes. So you go. So you got 2 8 note and 4 16 notes and 2 8 notes. 4 16 and 2 8 notes. So and you have to understand first the relationship of the 16th note to the 8th note. All right, and practice first that kind of practice this kind of rhythm first. Um, the relationship of the 16th note against 8th note. Right. So if your beat goes like 1 2 3 4, you got to have 4 notes on a beat. So you got 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 in a bit, and then you have 8 note, which is 2 note on a bit. So 1 10 1 10, something like that. So a relationship of 4 notes to a beat and 2 notes on a bit. Here we go like this. Yeah, get familiar with that first, and then play it on the scale, like scale of 5. Okay, here you go. All right, and then you play it by all of your 5 fingers. Okay, single or individual fingers. Now you got one, second finger, third finger, fourth, fifth, fourth, third, second. Yeah, until you get familiar with that, get used to it, then you can start playing your Twinkle Twinkle Little Star in this variation, right? So you go like, that kind of variations. 16 note against 8 notes, or 16 note plus 8 note variation of your Twinkle Twinkle. Yeah, you'll be able to do that in when if your instructor will tell you about the idea of uh, note value relationship to each other, like your common note value of 4, um, which tells you that your whole note will be equivalent to 4 bits or 4 counts, your half note in 2 counts, your quarter note in 1 count, your 8 note and a half count, your 16 note and a 1/4 count. So what that means is that your bit note is the quarter. When you go to the 8 note, you got to have 2 notes in a bit. And when you get to the 16 note, you need to have 4 notes in a bit. There you go. And then if you have that rhythm of 16 notes plus 2 8 note, it will go like 4 notes and then 2 notes on a bit. You got. And then and then she said, okay, do it in all of your 5 fingers. You go start in your thumb, second, third, fourth, fifth, fourth, third, second, first. And then apply your variation in your Twinkle Twinkle. So you go. There you go. Variation. The Twinkle Twinkle. Right? That is a variation one. Oh, it's okay. So we got another variation here. Let's go to the quarter first. Quarter. Let's go to the quarter. It will go like. There you go. Okay. Yeah. So you got the kind of variation on a quarter or main theme on a quarter note. Yeah. There you go. And there's a lot more. There's a lot more of variations that this Twinkle Twinkle goes like that. All right. Now, introduce to some kind of syncopation, like eighth note in a quarter, eighth note in a quarter. So you go eighth note in a quarter, you go like, syncopation. Etc. etc. Okay. Another variation that you can do is that one eighth note and two sixteenths combination. One eighth note and two sixteenths combination. How will you do that? So for each beat, you got one eighth note and 16, two sixteenths. So one eighth note, 8, 16 note, yeah, 8, 16, 8, 16, 8, 16, 8, 16, 8, right? There you go. 8, 16, 8, 16, 8, 16, 8. There you go like that. That rhythm. 8, 16, 8, 16, 8, 16, 8. There you go that. All right. Now the challenge is to do that in the left. Do that variation on the left. How will you do that? 16 and 8. So 4 notes and 2 8 notes. And then you practice a pattern in your 5 fingers. You go fifth finger or first finger first. Do that again. And 2 8 note, 4 16 and 2 8 note combinations. Go. Not easy, not easy. I'm having a hard time too. you can go. You can go for your variation when you get used to it. Very slowly. And then you go to your variation. Get your variation up to go. 16 notes and 2 8 notes. All right. And then you get a variation of your 1 8 note and 2 16 note. Like that. Be properly. Okay? And then you go syncopation of 1 8 note and a quarter. So you go. Alright, so that's the challenge for the left hand. You copy your right hand movement. And the exercises that you do on the right hand should be copied by your left hand, and not really that easy. So simply piano, well, simple but take time. It's really not that easy. Not really that easy to learn those kinds of music, though. All right, guys. I think that's all I can share for you tonight. Not easy. All right. Mhm. Mhm. Thank you again. Thank you. What's that? Bor Ong, Mike Fishing Home, Barry Bullock, Boom Ong, like RHNZ. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. This is, I'm just sharing my experience about studies in piano. Uh, some some students learn it easier, but yeah, not me. I'm not really that quick or fast in learning piano music. Mhm. Anyways, Aguilar Combs. Thank you. Thank you for visiting my channel. I'm about to sign up though. I just want to share how I learned to play a little bit of piano. And hopefully help someone out there with this experience, how he started learning to play a little bit of music on the keyboard. All right. So again, by way of review, first is for us to be able to play a little bit of music on the keyboard, is on the piano, is develop your finger independency on the keyboard. Uh, set free your set free your fingers on the keyboard. If you feel that whenever you hammer the key on the keyboard, your fingers are a little bit sticky, then go back to some of the tips right now on how you'll be able to develop the finger independency and set your finger free on the keyboard. All right, so that you'll be able to maybe play better. Uh, so when your fingers are already free on the keyboard, then you'll be able to play a little bit better. You enjoy playing. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, guys, for visiting this channel. And signing off for tonight. I'm going to sign up for tonight, and I might teach again on or share again the teaching and how I learn from my teachers those little piece of music. All right. Thank you for visiting my channel. Thank you, Bor Ong, Mike. Thanks, Barry. Thank you, uh, RSMC. Thank you, and Aguilar Combs. Thank you very much for visiting my channel tonight. I will come back to your channel and see what you are having there. Maybe you have lots or more ideas on how you learn, or maybe you're teaching piano or something. Me, I'm just sharing how I hardly learn to play music on the keyboard and on the piano. So that's a part of my experience. In See you some other days. I will post again another experience on piano learning. All right. Thank you guys. Have a good night. God bless you.